Hello there, how's it? Dumelang. My name is Jacob Moshokoa and welcome back to the channel. So I'm testing out my first ever Honda test car. So Honda's had a couple of rough years over the past few years. Things weren't looking so good when it came to sales. And they've brought out this car called the Honda Elevate. And I think Honda's just hoping to elevate their brand in South Africa. So stick around, I'll tell you a little more.
Cars.co.za.
No matter how big or small your car is, you can still save $420 per month. Budget, the official insurer of good South Africans.
So the Honda Elevate is equipped with a 1.5 litre 4-cylinder naturally aspirated motor. It's mated to a CVT gearbox. We know how the CVTs are. We know how this engine is. When you're running around town, it's pretty decent. The problem comes when you need to stretch the car's legs. When you want a little more power, sometimes it feels like the 1.5 litre is just not enough for a car like this. So it should be quite easy driving the car down at the coast. I mean, you got the perfect views, the car breathes better. But up in Joburg, it could be a little more difficult. Now, when it comes to things like fuel consumption, I've been pushing the car, I have to be honest, and I've been averaging 7.7, 7.8 litres per 100 kilometers. I can only imagine in an economy like this, and you live in Joburg and you're driving a car like this, you could easily get up to the likes of 8 litres per 100 kilometers. So the fuel consumption isn't exactly what we would like, and it's mainly because of the CVT gearbox. So perhaps the idea of getting the manual could be an easier option because you have a bit more control. But it's a lower derivative. So you gotta make the right choices so that you are happy with the car that you're going to drive every day. I gotta mention though, which is very funny, I just told the director this, it does however have flappy paddles. So at a time when the car is doing those funny CVT noises like that, at least I can change it and have a bit of control. But yeah, I think I'd have more fun and I'd be more comfortable in a manual. Talking about the lower derivative, the 1.5 litre Comfort is manual and it costs around 369,000 Rand. We are in the top of the range, the 1.5 litre Elegance, and that costs 429,000 Rand. Now, talking about that price, we were crunching some numbers earlier and the direct competitor has to be the Suzuki Grand Vitara GLX Auto. Pricing on that car is 427,000 Rand. Huh. This segment is just highly contested in every way. In fact, these cars almost look alike when you look at them at different angles. And I haven't even started to mention the likes of the Kia Seltos and even the Toyota Urban Cruiser and maybe even the Hyundai Creta. Man, oh, what would you choose? Okay, so let's be honest. This car is not necessarily made to handle like a sports car. It's meant for the consumer or the driver who's looking for a straightforward, simple car to drive and handle. But overall, the car's offering is adequate for easy city driving. It's not sharp and darty and, precise in the corners. But I think for general everyday driving, the car suspension is set up quite comfortably. And not many people will find fault with how it feels sometimes around the bends, which is a bit boaty at times, but it's really nothing to complain about. So an important factor for the Elevate buyer is definitely the after-sales service. With the Elevate, you get a 5-year, 200,000 kilometer warranty, which is great. And then you get a 4-year, 60,000 kilometer service plan. All services have a 15,000 kilometer interval. The general offering there appeals to the buyer who's looking for a car for the long haul. You're not looking at a car that you're going to drive for 1 or 2 years. 200,000 kilometers. That's a great value proposition. Elevate officially, unofficially replaces the Honda WRV. Remember that? I just think from how a WRV looks is where Honda went wrong. At least here with the Elevate, they've got a car which makes sense in terms of a value proposition. In fact, it looks pretty decent from the lines, the pricing, yes, no. Maybe if they had come in a little cheaper, they were easily going to rival the likes of the Koreans and the Chinese. But, and the biggest but, the Elevate faces a very big threat, and that's in the Chinese. I mean, you look at the Chery Tiggo 4 Pro and you look at the technology in that car, man, that's a big offering. But if you're looking for the latest technology, yes, of course the Chery Tiggo 4 Pro will appeal to you. But if you're not into those type of things, guess what? The Honda Elevate has the right things. There's a lot of things in this car that make sense. If you're a straightforward, simple kind of person, the Elevate can work for you. And if you got the right money, you'll feel like you got bang for your buck. So let me quickly take you through the interior of the Honda Elevate. First of all, steering wheel, quality, leather stitched, feels nice. I can do some shortcuts here on the steering wheel. Pretty straightforward aircon controls. I like simple aircon controls. You know, sometimes you're in a car and you can't control the aircon, or you gotta press things a lot of times. This is so simple to control, and I like that it's easy for on and off. I like how basic it is. The basic stuff works here. Here's the air vents, nice contrast with the colors here. Very plasticky on the dashboard, nice gloss finish here on the center, and then back to the plastics at the bottom. 8-inch infotainment system or touchscreen, works solid. It's not like troublesome to switch on and navigate and swipe around with. Very easy to work with. Wireless charger. Nice thing about this wireless charger is you can actually switch it on and switch it off yourself. You know, sometimes you leave your phone in the wireless charger, then your phone is like, it's super hot. You won't have that in the Honda. We've got 2 USB ports and one 12-volt power outlet. Oh, you know what? Even the armrest is leather. I like that. And of course, you can store a couple of things in here, a couple of cell phones, some money if you got. Yeah, that's about it. Did I say anything about the sunroof? It's got a sunroof. A straightforward, simple sunroof. You know what? The Elevate does a lot of things for me because it's just straightforward, and I like that. It's simple. I like that. So nice and comfortable in the back seat of the Honda Elevate. This is my driving position, of course. Got lots of legroom here. Nice little storage here for my phone. I really dig that, clever touch. Lots of headroom as well. Very, very, very comfortable in the back of this car. The vents are pretty decent here. There's a 12-volt power outlet there. No USBs here at the back. But yeah, you're gonna have to make a plan, eh? You and the aux guy in front, you have to make friends, I guess. There's also ISOFIX, so the 2 seats also have ISOFIX. So there is a middle seat belt, meaning, yeah, a young'un can sit here in the center, but then that makes the situation uncomfortable. And there's already no USB here. Hey, kids are gonna be fighting here in the back. But yeah, a youngster can sit here in the center. You can take the whole family. Okay, I switch off the camera. Okay, let's check out the boot space in the Honda Elevate. Oh, massive, massive boot space. I gotta give credit to this car. If you compare it to the Suzuki Grand Vitara GLX Auto, that has around 310 liters of boot space versus this one, which has 458 liters of boot space. I think this is great. Very, very big boot. I gotta commend Honda on this one. Let's check out the 60-40 split. Okay, you could do that, but it's old school, conventional. You have to pull and push, but it works, and that's great. Let's do the classic cooler box test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5. I wanted to say 6, but I think 5 is the perfect way to work out space. Underneath here, we got a 16-inch spare wheel. So the nice thing about the spare wheel is it's not the biscuit space saver wheel, which I like as well about the car. Yo, Honda can actually do a lot in the boot. Anyway, that wraps up my time with this car. All the hard work is done now. I need a drink now. Can someone get a crew member? Give us a drink there, but I'm done working now. Time to enjoy the Cape Town serenity. Man, I love this place.
Cars.co.za. Are you busy trying to decide between 2 cars, 3 cars, 4 cars, 5 cars, 6 cars, and getting absolutely lost in all of the specs and all of the different pricing? Well, we have an excellent compare tool on our main website and in our app for you to use. It's very detailed, it's very slick and quick and efficient, and I highly recommend it. I use it all the time when I'm doing research for our car shoots. So check it out. We'll put the link in the description below and tell us what you think. Tell us if it helped you out.
A lifetime guarantee on all repairs is a lifetime of sidestepping, tackling, and modeling your speedos happily. Budget, the official insurer of good South Africans.